This one is from 2020. Justice Clarence Thomas is the most clear-eyed moral jurist on the Supreme Court. Pass it on. Justice Clarence Thomas, for those who don't remember, is friends with a Nazi who buys him lots of presents.
Yeah, so, he is their token Negro.
Exactly. So the reason why I picked him again is because he argues from a place of a false premise, the inerrancy of Scripture, and the false premise that the United States is a Christian nation. And he presupposes that Christianity is one thing and one thing only, that progressive Christians don't exist and progressive theists don't exist in his mind, and that he tries to soft pedal Christian nationalism by rebranding and repackaging and disclaiming any effort at pushback as far left nonsense. And then he equates things with communism, that it's not 1987 anymore, man. The Cold War is over. Russia is not a communist nation anymore. China is nominally, but it's a weird melange of autocratic dictatorship and hyper-capitalism. So for all of those reasons, Dr. Andrew T. Walker of Southern Baptist Theological Seminary in Louisville, Kentucky, is this week's representative of fundamentalist fuck. And my advice to you, Andrew, is to maybe read some medical science and some biological science, because you don't have a fucking clue about those things. And you're using the cloak of the Bible and saying that you want to love your neighbors by making them be something that they're not, and lying about the number of people who detransition and saying that it's a tidal wave and all this stuff. It ain't.
It ain't even a tidal wave of folks who's transitioning, let alone folks who's transitioning.
Exactly. So for all those reasons, Andrew T. Walker is this week's representative of fundamentalist fuck. So if you're buying his books or reading his books, find better books, because they're not worth your time.
Yeah, that's wild. But you always find a good one. There ain't no shortage of them.
No, but you know, and that's a major Southern Baptist seminary. Yeah, and that same seminary is where William Wolfe went to school. He's also been on that segment. He's also a major Christian nationalist, part of the editing team for the Statement on Christian Nationalism and the Gospel, which is 12 pages of anti-Jesus. So that's why he's important, and that's why I wanted to share that with y'all.